Here she is! Welcome to AskTetsu, where I share my pro tips on raising bilingual and multilingual children. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, as I have a lot to share with you based on my own upbringing in 10 languages, and also now my experience raising 4 kids. Yes, that's right, 4 kids since a few days ago in 5 languages. Yes, on April 10th, I had my 4th child, my 2nd daughter, Nina. So I want to take this opportunity to shout out to all my friends and family around the world who have given me so much love and support on my Facebook page, my Instagram, through private messages. I mean, just hundreds of likes and messages. So thank you so much. So I do read all the comments and all the messages. Thank you so much. But again, it's a little overwhelming. It's a little difficult to answer them all. So I thought I'd make this little video so I could give you guys a follow-up on everything that's been happening for the past few weeks. So I'll put a little link to the top here to my previous video where I go into more detail about the reasons why I sent my wife and the 3 kids off to Japan, whereas I'm still here in Canada. Basically, it's because my parents are still here, so I had to send them out first. But in a nutshell, usually we spend 4 months in Japan and Taiwan every year, and we usually just go to Japan to Nagasaki at the end of April. That was the original plan, have Nina first here in Canada, but and then go to Japan. But with the corona situation in North America really worsening during early March, I think that was when the things started to get quite bad here in North America, well, specifically US and Canada. Whereas Japan, which had their situation sort of stabilizing near the end of February onwards. So we thought, we were sort of thinking about how we want to deal with that with the medical system here, everything. The school was shut down on March 13th. So that was sort of a trigger for us to change our original plan. We had flights, everything was ready on for April 24th, but we changed all that as soon as the school shut down. We looked into all the options and we were able to get flights for my wife and the kids and our au pair, and sent them off. Really had to turn on a dime, so to speak, and send them off to Japan really quickly. Now, 3 weeks later, we are now April 13th. Yuko and the kids went to Japan. They had their 2 weeks of self-isolation, even though it wasn't strictly required, but we wanted to make absolutely sure. So they took 2 weeks, stayed home, didn't talk to anybody, outside of home. And I think we can really say that we made a good decision. On the day of departure, March 19th, as I mentioned, Canada, the Canadian cases of COVID-19 was really increasing at a rapid pace, and on the day of departure, Japan and Canada was similar, around just 900 cases or so. But on the day Nina was born, that's 3 days ago, on April 10th, Canada was at 22,000, I believe, and Japan was at about 5,500. So really, Canada's number of cases has really exploded. And we're also very glad that as of today, April 13th, there are still 0 cases in the city of Nagasaki where my family is right now. So that's also a huge sigh of relief. I'm very glad the family is doing well. The kids have really picked up their Japanese routine very quickly. School started. Wow, this past week they've been at school for a week now, whereas here in Quebec they're still talking about opening the schools potentially in the earliest would be in May. Well, I hope things work out, but I know that at least my kids in Japan have already started. One nice benefit of arriving early this year was that our kids were there in time to experience the Japanese school opening ceremony. Every year, a school in Japan starts in April. This is quite rare, Most schools around the world start in September, but in Japan, they start in April. But when we arrived there, usually around end of April, it's too late. But this year they were able to experience the tradition and the traditional way of opening the whole new fiscal year. It's a new start. So that was a great thing that we were happy about. So as mentioned earlier, we were quite worried about whether Yuko would be able to have a safe environment to give birth to Nina. But we're happy to report that in Japan again, in Nagasaki, in the city of Nagasaki, there's 0 cases of COVID-19, and she was able to find a great obstetrician to take care of our baby. Now, one thing, however, that I was sad, obviously about, other than not seeing my family, is that I wouldn't be able to be there at the birth of my 4th child. But again, luck would have it, Yuko talked to the doctor, and he actually accepted to let me be there virtually through Facebook Messenger. So I was actually able to hear my daughter's first cry. The staff were really nice. They took the cell phone and really showed me the whole range of things that they do, weighing the new baby and measuring her height and showing her the treatments that they do, putting on the first diaper. Wow, it's like I was right there with her. So that was amazing. It's a new experience. I've assisted birth for all my other 3 children. This one was unique, and it's special in its own right. So there you have it. Just a little short update on the situation for our family. We have our 4th baby, definitely another multilingual baby. That's the plan, and I don't know when I'll be able to see them again physically the next time. I am hoping that it would be before the end of June, so that I could still take them to Taiwan as planned originally. Meanwhile, as we've been doing every day, we'll just have to connect by Facebook. I'm still very grateful that we do have technology that could keep us close despite the physical distance. All right, well, I thought we were able to make the best out of the situation. What do you think? Please write it down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and ring that little bell so that you can follow our adventures in real time. And until we meet next time, I urge you to take a look at the other videos that's showing up on your screen right now. See ya.